Well, it's been interesting. It's been a little tiring, but these kids are like super energetic, and it's kind of contagious that way. And also, just they've shown me through the week, like having the heart of a child is something that we should all kind of strive for. I mean, these kids love like without any kind of boundaries and stuff like that. So it's been really encouraging.
Well, when we were getting ready to leave from Zeeland to come here, I thought what I would be doing in my heart and in my head as I planned was work projects and going to the other locations, not doing PBS. Working with children is not my thing. They intimidate me, and Friday night before we left, I twisted my ankle really bad and was in a walking cast, kinda, sorta splint, and needed to keep my leg up. So it was God's little moment of saying, girl, I've got other plans for you, and you're gonna be working with those kids. And working with those girls this week has been such a blessing to me, and I know the other kids too, but especially to me, because that's not where I thought I would be. But that is where God wanted me to be. That's where I needed to be.
It was nice when the kids warmed up to us and started talking to us more, just opening up more instead of just being quiet and I'm here.
And it was really nice how even at the beginning of the week they were like, I really do not want you to leave. They were like, I'm not looking forward to Friday or anything. So it was nice to know that they were really happy that we were there with them, and it wasn't just oh, there's people at the church. It was actually, they're my friend and they really liked having us here.
It was pretty amazing. It was not at all what I expected. I guess I didn't know what to expect, but it was really neat to see the kids working with the VBS students, and just being able to go over and help another congregation out, and hopefully just give them some encouragement and hope.
Well, I really connected with a girl named Angelica, and she was the sweetest thing ever. All the kids were so cool, and by the second day they were already calling you by your name, and it was so cool to be able to see that connection of a childlike heart and what our connection should be with God too.
This week's been really amazing. I've seen a lot of heart changes on this trip, and I was one of them. After we did the devotions and worship here in the church, I got my sign of emotion from God here, and I haven't had that in a long time, so it was amazing. And after that, I went and prayed, and I got to share a cool time with one of my brothers in Christ, so and he got really emotional too, so it was amazing this week. And then just the kids, makes you smile to be able to just work with them.
The week here in New York has been amazing, especially as a leader, to see how God moved and worked even prior to the trip with the planning. To see, as a leader, seeing the applications come in and who's going to go on the trip, and just seeing God's hand on the team, seeing God's hand in planning with the missions organization we went through, and just seeing the specific answers to prayer with, there's a camper here this week that needed sponsorship, and then we found out before the trip we had someone in our church give some extra money, and it was the exact amount for the opportunity to sponsor a kid for day camp.
It was so cool to be able to see New York and see all the people and really be able to connect with the kids. It was a connection that I'm gonna remember forever.
Oh, well, it's been great. I mean, they've tended to all our needs the best that anyone can, and they've really just made us feel like we can focus more on working for God, and then instead of working for men that way.
It's been great to be able to minister here. It's a little bit different than what I'm used to, but it was amazing to be able to experience it in more of a city way.
Yeah, Isaac's 8 Missions with the Fox family, just be able to, with planning the trip and hearing their heart about New York and Detroit, and now going on that, seeing what they're doing firsthand. It feels like we just touched the surface at what needs to be done. So I encourage if you're a youth pastor and especially youth pastors that started a new church, it's like, oh, I want to do missions. What do I do? I mean, I'd really please consider praying to work with I-6, 8 missions.
I loved it.
Yeah, I really like it.
I would go next year.
Oh yeah. It's
Great.
set up really nicely and everything has, a specific order and plan, and
You get to go see New York, but you still get to spend a lot of time with the kids, and also get to help out another church. And so that was great.
I want to come back.
I can't wait to come back. I hope I get an